Tyler Lydon introduced as the Jazz draft pick, but the Nuggets get his rights thanks to a trade. Nick Kosmider of the Denver Post joining us tonight. Let's get right to it. Were you as disenchanted with this draft as everybody else seemed to be?
Certainly the disappointment extended, I think, from any Nuggets fan all the way to the front office. You could tell in the moments after the draft when they came in to speak with the media, kind of looked like they had taken a punch to the gut. Tim Connelly and Arturas Karnisovas, the duo in the front office, because, and it wasn't so much their actual draft plan. We kind of had a feeling they would send back, draft back. They don't really have a room for a lottery-type rookie to get in and play many minutes next year. So there was a thought that they would slide back, take a guy that is a little bit of a project perhaps, and then move on from there. What made it painful for the Nuggets is that so many other teams around them within their division made a lot of moves on Thursday night. You had the Timberwolves obviously picking up Jimmy Butler in a trade. The Nuggets were rumored to have talked about him, didn't get him. The Kings had a great draft, and even Portland was able to package a couple picks, including one that they got from the Nuggets last year, to draft Zach Collins, who should help them immediately as a rim protector. So it wasn't so much what the Nuggets did, it was that they weren't able to match what some other teams in the division did.
And when you look at this, the Nuggets finished 2 games under 500 last year, obviously missed out on the playoffs. The Timberwolves weren't that far behind them, so when you look at this, everybody got better pretty much except for the Nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Timberwolves immediately got better. They won 31 games last year, but I think at a certain point kind of stopped making that run for the playoffs, and so the record can be a little bit deceiving. When you have Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, 2 of the great young players, that core, I think, of young talent is as good as almost anybody, and so they're going to be immediately better, just another team for the Nuggets to contend with. And that's the thing about it, as much as the Nuggets felt like last year they're making that move, the rest of the conference doesn't stand still. You have to continue to make your push, otherwise you're not going to make any ground, even if you are incrementally getting better.
Let's talk about Lydon and the 2 other draft picks. How much should fans expect to see them? And obviously we won't see one of them for a really long time, but how much should fans expect out of this draft class?
Yeah, I think we knew from the beginning that the Nuggets were very clear that people shouldn't expect too much out of a rookie coming into next season. They have so many young players already. They added another young player in Trey Lyles in the trade with the Jazz, who is the age of a lot of these guys, who's already got 2 years of experience in the NBA. So I don't think we'll see a ton of Tyler Lydon his first season. I do like some of the skill sets he has. He can shoot it from really deep, already has NBA-type range. He's got a little bit of Gallinari in him in terms of a little bit of his length and shot-making ability, and he can protect the rim a little bit. Where he's going to struggle is defensively in space. Played the zone at Syracuse. It's going to take some adjustment for him to be able to guard guys. I'm not sure he'll ever be able to really guard threes very well. So he's going to take some time. He might get sparse minutes as a rookie, but I don't see him making a big impact. And then, as you mentioned, their second round pick from Slovenia, Vlatko Kankar, he's going to be in Europe for a while. And then Monty Morris is a guy really interesting out of Iowa State. Had a great college career. It's a loaded roster at point guard, but he'll have a chance. He'll get to go to Summer League. He'll get to compete in fall camp, and we'll see. But, yeah, I wouldn't expect too much from rookies for the Nuggets next year.
And you had a great story in the Post on Morris, too. Make sure you check that out. So with the bust in the draft, if that's what we want to call it, how important does free agency become? And can the Nuggets actually do something in terms of making a splash?
Well, you would think with what they have set up, and that is finally have an identifiable style of basketball they play, which is led by a selfless center who's 22 years old, who doesn't want any of the credit, wants to share the ball. He'd rather pass than shoot. That's kind of a dream when you're talking about recruiting guys to play around your franchise cornerstone. So they have that going for them. They have a lot of young players, and they have a ton of money to spend. The problem is that they just simply haven't been able to recruit free agents here for whatever reason it might be, whether it's the city, whether it's the front office just not being able to pull the final trigger on the deal for whatever reason. They just haven't landed that, and it is paramount this year that they get a big name in here, to spark an attendance that's been last in the league the last 2 years, but also to give them sort of a presence that they are making that move. They're not going to win a championship next year, but they have to take the next step to allow fans to think that they're actually getting to that stage where in a few years they will be contenders.
Nick Kosmider, we know you're going to be a busy man over the next couple of weeks tracking the free agents. We appreciate the time tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.